Hi, thanks so much for coming to my website to see my video, shoulda, woulda, coulda, and let's not forget if only. So I'm Debbie Gerbeck, and so today's topic is just that, regrets, and how damaging and destructive they can be, and I'll get into that in a bit. So these regrets, they just come more often than you think they do. They're so light, they're so nothing, you don't even think about the negativity at all. You're like, I just spent a fortune on a box of cereal at Rite Aid. I could have gone to Target. I would have saved $2, that sort of thing. You don't think twice about it. But what you're not aware of is how these thoughts are creating a negativity within you that compromise your self-confidence and any moving forward that you can do. Now, I too have regrets, but I'm trying to get a handle on them because I realize how negative it is, and I don't want to come off that way. And also it's important to my self-esteem. But my biggest regret, well, it's not the biggest regret, it's a regret that is pretty significant in my life because of the changes recently. I was just in this dead-end career for years and years, and finally I took hold of that and said, no more. I want a new career that's meaningful to me. And so my big regret is, why did I waste so much time? Why did I waste so much time on this career that was going nowhere, that was making me depressed and miserable and stressful? And so that's my big regret. Why? Why didn't I do it sooner? If only, I could have, all of the above. Now some are much more serious. Of course, there's very, very sad regrets. Oh, if only I could have spent more time with grandma, those types of things. But so what's happening when you're regretting like this, it's you're getting yourself in a box, a closed box that is keeping you from moving forward. You're living in the past. I could have been a different person if only I had done this. It's just, these are destructive thoughts that just will not propel you to a healthful future. What happens also is the gremlin comes in, of course, and the gremlin, of course, is my word for inner critic. And the gremlin, of course, is going to be part of my tips on how you can manage your regrets. One affirmation that I always go by is, you cannot make a mistake. There are no mistakes. Mistakes, it's just impossible, because you have an action and it happened. You can't turn back time. And a mistake isn't a mistake because it happened. There's nothing you can do about it. Like I said, you can't turn back time. You can only learn from this so-called mistake. And in fact, blunders are important to your growth because they make you want to do better, let's say. So if you want to help yourself to get out of your past and move forward to your future, I have some guidelines that might help you to do this. It's certainly a healthier way to exist. So number one, regrets can be positive, like I said, because they do propel you forward. One way to look at this is, what can you learn about your so-called mistake? What can you learn about this? What did you learn from it? So that can help you to separate yourself next time something like this comes up. Number 2, humans are not perfect. We're not perfect. We do things, and so they didn't work out. That doesn't mean that we're terrible, bad people. You know, it's actually a good thing that you're aware of this, because that means that you're mindful of this blunder that might have happened. And so everything I'm going to talk about here kind of works as a whole. You know, you think positively, you're moving forward, you're forgiving yourself. Hopefully you're forgiving yourself, because humans aren't perfect, like I said. And it's okay. It's okay. You know, this is how we learn. So number 3, be careful with the trash talk. Don't trash talk yourself, because it's only damaging to your self-esteem. Like I said in the beginning, you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's just negative. It's just negative. And like I said in the beginning, you know, these terms that you say, you don't really think about it, they're light. For instance, quite often, and I'm trying to stop this, I say, oh, I'm such an idiot, you know, for whatever reason. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Well, that's really negative. You know, no, I'm not an idiot, and I know that. It's just how you say it. So maybe you can reframe it. Okay, I'm not an idiot. Maybe I could do it better next time. Might be a positive way to rephrase that. So be careful putting yourself down. And speaking of putting yourself down, so is your gremlin, which is the inner critic. Your gremlin at this point is screaming at you, as always. Gremlins are always screaming at you. Just, you know, you made a mistake. Of course you made a mistake. You're an idiot. You know, you want to get a handle on that inner critic. You don't want to let it get the best of you, because that's no good. And no, you're not an idiot, to go back to that example. What a gremlin is actually doing, the gremlin is protecting you from making the same mistake. But you want to get over that, because there are no mistakes, and it happened for a reason. Going back to the thought of there are no mistakes because you only acted upon what you knew at that time. You only do what you know. And so you just, at that time, took an action with what you thought was right. So that doesn't make you wrong. That doesn't make you wrong. So beware those gremlins. And lastly, of course, as always, daily, embrace your positive traits. Write it down. Next time you're doubting yourself and regretting everything, just write it down. I'm good at X, Y, and Z. I'm great at this, and my best trait is this. You know, I'm funny, or I'm sensitive, or what have you, because those are the things that are going to help you to move forward. So let's turn away from the past and focus on the present, because if you're constantly looking back, you can't see what's ahead of you. So that is what I want to say today. So please, if you're having trouble with some regrets from your past and you want a way to move forward, please go to my website and go to the Work With Me page, and we'll figure out something. Thank you so much for watching my video, and have a great week. Thanks again. Bye.